Good evening, I'm Matthew White joining you here from Mission Control at the Droo Space Center, and we are looking at a live view from LunaRock-2 as it awaits its first of two landing attempts. We're currently just over 10 minutes away from today's expected touchdown of the LunaRock-2 spacecraft, and you can see Droo just off in the distance. Today's camera views are being brought to you by ground stations, so we must warn you that the occasional signal loss may occur. LunaRock-2's journey has lasted just over 2 weeks, and it has been almost flawless. The spacecraft hitched a ride on our first ever third-stage vehicle, which is allowing us to perform 2 soft landings in one mission. This will allow us to collect more varied rock samples from different biomes. This is especially useful due to this being the final mission of the LunaRock program. All resources will be moving to surface-based experiments, which can be deployed on uncrewed Griffin landing demos. The first of these missions is expected to occur in early 2026. LunaRock-2's mission is expected to collect up to 50 kilograms of lunar rock over the span of 2 landings. The landing sites were chosen by Mission Control using imagery from both LunaRock-1 and LunaRock-2. This phase of the mission will last around 2 weeks. Once the primary mission is complete, the ascent stage will launch using its own solid rocket booster. We are hoping to capture video of this using newly upgraded communication systems. Once the burn is complete, LunaRock-2 will coast for 3 days. It will then enter the atmosphere at a peak speed of 4,500 meters per second. LunaRock-1 failed this part of the mission due to a capsule separation failure. We've since added redundant stage separation mechanisms to mitigate the risk of this failure mode. If all goes well, the capsule will deploy a single parachute and it will splash down just off the coast of the National Space Center for recovery. Once the samples are retrieved from the storage container, they will be distributed to companies who wish to research and study Luna. If you want to get hold of samples for research, then you can contact Fusion Space on any social media platforms. We're currently T-8 minutes and 30 seconds away from the expected touchdown. LunaRock-2 will begin its landing burn in around 2 minutes. This burn will be completed using the single FS-100 engine. This is a Hydrolox version of the engine that powers our Eclipse kick stage. The lander is also equipped with 4 FS-200 engines for attitude control during descent. These engines have already fired to put the spacecraft on a suborbital trajectory. Reusing hardware is what keeps missions reliable and affordable. The capsule used for sample return is also reused hardware and has been taken from our Voyager kick stage. The entire LunaRock program has been completed spending only $250 million.
LunaRock-2 landing burn has started.
LunaRock-2 has successfully ignited all its engines to slow itself down for a landing. This will be a long burn due to the low thrust of the engines.
90% propellant remaining.
And you can see the landing feet there in this camera view. The landing feet are on a hinge to dampen the touchdown on uneven terrain. They also house the sensors that will tell the spacecraft when to shut off the engines.
%80 propellant remaining. Scanning equipment activated. %70 propellant remaining.
As we get closer to the surface of Luna, the spacecraft is starting to image the terrain and find the optimal landing site. If the spacecraft determines the current site isn't acceptable, then it will either abort the landing and head back to orbit, or it will begin a slight translation maneuver to shift the landing site.
%60 propellant remaining. %50 propellant remaining.
We're just a minute away. The final landing site has been selected by the onboard computers. Hopefully we have a soft touchdown.
40% propellant remaining. LunaRock-2 landing confirmed.
We had a little scare after engine shutdown, but the spacecraft is down. Huge congratulations to the LunaRock teams. The spacecraft teams will now begin analyzing LunaRock-2 to make sure that it is healthy ahead of beginning the first round of sample collection. And as we look at that incredible shot of Luna and Droo, we will be bringing this webcast to a close. You can stay up to date on LunaRock-2 using our live mission thread or following our Twitter page, both of which are in the description of this webcast. Once again, congratulations to the LunaRock teams. Thank you all for joining us, and we hope you all have a great remainder of your day.